I just was sitting here talking about, I want to do part two on why the natives didn't speak of this land, right? Why did they didn't speak? Why was it forbidden to write back then? It was forbidden to write, and the technique that we used um, at that time, before Christ, even during 8 AD, why did the natives didn't speak, and how did they spoke to one another? Telepathically, they spoke, right? Telekinesis, they used this. This was the technique, okay? Um, when I get home, when I get home, when I get home, I'm basically gonna fix this, right? But right now, the reason why I'm going live, because I want to share my thoughts and I want to share my understanding with you, okay? Keep your eyes open and your head on the swivel. It's murder, death, kill out here, all right? Live the life, leave the life, ain't no fame, right? Murder, death, kill. Been there, done that. Been there, done that. Been there, done that. I'm giving you knowledge, wisdom, understanding from a spiritual eye, from a spiritual eye, from a spiritual eye, right? This stuff is really important for us to follow this as the natives of the land. Now, as you get deeper into the history, and some of this stuff is not found, is because the information and everything, you find bits and pieces of it, but the information was buried. As you go around the world and you go around this existence of the earth, right? We just talking about America, period. It wasn't never called America, right? It was called something else because an individual discovered it and try to lay claim to what he discovered. But how can you discover something if you already have people in this land? And we are the natives of this land. We are the natives of this land, okay? And we never did have a language. We never did. So when the ancestors, they foresaw that what was going to take place in the future, okay? And these are ancient ancestors. Let me tell you something. When the Creator created Earth, when He created the whole universe, and He created what we see that's out of space, all right? Let's just say that for argumental sake, right? The stones that the stones that you see in Egyptian and you see all over the place, these stones are the very beginning of creation. This is why they don't perish. This is why they can't be destroyed, because this is the essence of creation of the earth and the universe. This is why the scientists study this. Why is these ruins are still in existence? Well, over here in America, this was the center of practicing and teachings, because they used to come over here, the Egyptians, everybody that was somebody back then used to come over to us to learn. And when we taught them how to talk telepathically, right? And telekinesis. We taught them the use of what? The use of what? To speak to one another mentally, telepathically, telekinesis. And when we taught them this, they venture out, right? They venture out and build the foundation of their civilization. We are the ancient one. We are the bloodline of the ancient one. This is why we don't have a language. You know, when these crusaders and the individuals came, the ancestors wrote down on a pyramid that this was going to take place. This is why it was passed on from generation to generation, right? So we can survive. So we can give some type of thought or understanding of what to do. But as these individuals came, they destroyed. They destroyed the pyramids, burned the pyramids, and built on top of us. This is why this foundation in this street, this concrete, it breaks. You know why it breaks and these buildings break? Because it's procreated by mankind. It's force. It's force. And it's buried on top of the truth. It's buried underneath this soil right here. It's the pyramids. It's the pyramids. The reason why they wrote on the pyramids is to pass on, because they knew that the information was going to be broke. They knew that us speaking to one another telepathically was going to get broke. The telekinesis was going to get broke. Of moving these large, heavy stones, it was broke and destroyed. And individuals took this for themselves. These individuals came over here to learn. Everybody came to learn from us. And we was backdoored by these individuals. This is facts, man. This is facts. I'm telling you this because, you know what? The ancestors said this is true. The ancestors said this is true. So this is for you and I to recognize and see things for what it is. Right? To see things for what it is, man. That's why the information and, this procreation that we see, this word that we see, it was procreated on top of us, on top of the truth, to bury the truth. We are the natives of the land. We are the descendants of the ancient ancestors. And our legacy and our writing at the time, right, was lost. We was forbidden to speak. We was forbidden to speak. And in the Quran and in the Sunnah of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, it says this, especially in the Quran. In the Quran, it says that we wasn't allowed to speak. You will have to. The higher ancestor, right? The ancient one will allow people to speak. If they allow you to speak, people be like this. He's speaking. Even though that you can speak. Remember, he created the lips and the teeth to guard your tongue. To guard it. Then he said, I taught the use of pen. I taught men which he knew not. Okay? I taught men which he knew not. And when he's talking about that, he taught men which he knew not. He taught the men the use of the pen. Through the ancient ancestors that was forbidden to speak. Right? He inspired them and gave them a heads up what's going to happen in the future, so the later generation and the bloodline can understand what happened in the past. But being that we was backdoored and taught these individuals how to survive, right, in any type of weather, we was backdoored and burnt and killed and murdered. It is not in our nature to kill and forcefully bring about injustice and balance in the universe. This is why everybody came over here, because the ancestors had the answers. They used to transfer their spirit in and out their body freely. This was freely. Telekinesis. They should pick up things with their mind and place things there, and add these things there. This is why the individuals, they didn't say that. They gave bits and pieces of it, bits and pieces of it. So we used to gain the knowledge because we used to travel outside of the earth. Many of times, the ancient ancestors, they used to travel. A piece of that still was left here through so-called dreams. This is what they said. This is reality. This ain't no dreams. This is reality. That we used to do it. After we gained the knowledge and the mastery of this, we used to freely go out there. That's why the pyramids and the things that you see that's portrayed in this existence, it through the line of existence and through the line of ages, what stuff just start decaying. This man-made bricks, the man-made stones. It's not. It don't last. It don't last because the material that we had, right? It was from. I'm keeping it with you. This was from the actual existence of the earth and heavens. We shaped and mold the tomb. We shaped and mold the tombs, cut the tombs, and place it as pyramid for the love and respect for the Creator. We used to telepathically speak to Him. We got the information straight from Him on what to do and what not to do. This is why everything was written, because everything was based on a mental thing. everything was based on telekinesis and telepathically speaking with one another. This is why you'd be like, oh, you read my mind. You'll call somebody like, I just was thinking about you. Just called me like right on time. And it happens like that all the time, but the line is broke. This is why it's very, very important to get back to this existence because it's still here. Individuals that deal with this, right? These are the direct ancestors. These are the direct bloodline of the ancient ancestors. This is why it's very, very important. And everybody came here, and we talk to everybody telepathically with one another. And we told them ahead what was going to happen, and everybody started writing. And this is how the language came about. But before that, it was forbidden. It was forbidden to speak. It was. It was forbidden, man. Because what we came straight, the straight descendants of the ancient ancestors. Okay, I'm gonna make this this is part 2, but I'm gonna make this a part 3 because this is 11 minutes right here. I'm giving to you raw and uncut, man. A lot of this information you can't find in books because it's not here, it's buried. You know, your research is gonna stop you. Okay, you can travel over here, you can travel over here. You can say that, oh, we was over here, over here, over here. We traveled by boats, we traveled far and wide and near. We traveled this, but it stops there. Okay, this was warnings. When we traveled, we was warning others. Okay, not just only trading with them, but warning them. So people started building their own their own language because it was forbidden. Now that it was sanctuary by the ancient ancestors, this where it began the spread of knowledge, the spread of understanding that what was going to come to pass. And this is why these people took years and years and years and years to build upon us, upon our history, because we are the natives of this land. We are a direct descendant of the ancient ancestors, brother. This is why it's different from us. And treat it as such. You should treat it as such. You understand where I'm coming from? Because this is nothing to play with, man. I'm dropping knowledge, wisdom, understanding from you from a spiritual eye, from a spiritual eye, from a spiritual eye. You know, murder, death, kill. Live the life, ain't no thing. Has been a set upon our civilization and upon our land for years and years and years and years. So, you know, to depress and oppress us. Because the truth, they don't want the truth out. They buried on top of us. The concrete, these streets and everything, there's pyramids all around. There's pyramids all around, and they don't want that to be uncovered. This is why it's very important. When there was a pothole, the earth opened up. You know, they clear it so fast. They fill that pothole because people can look down and see the existence of these pyramids. The pyramids is different material. Like I said, it's created from the actual existence of the creation of the heavens and the stars, the moon. It's the actual material. And this is why when you get archaeologists and you get these people that study rock, they can pretty much be like, Dad, this rock was from way before Christ's time. The pyramids. The pyramids. Yes. Because the ancient ancestors was here, right here, this so-called place that they call America. The so-called place. Everybody came here. Everybody came here. And these individuals took so many years to rewrite the history because we taught them the use of pen, the use of knowledge, the use of understanding, the creator. These individuals have no knowledge and understanding of the existence of creator. We taught everybody, the ancient ancestors, you know? This is why we was backdoor. We was backdoor, brother, by these individuals. That's why some of these individuals know a lot, you know, because basically, you know, they felt that, you know, why we wasn't given this this existence, this choice. Why was these individuals? And you're gonna make up lies, you're gonna cover the truth. But everything that you build, procreate, right? Everything that you procreate for this bullcrap unbalanced existence is falling apart. Buildings is falling apart. The streets is falling apart. Everything's falling apart because it's built on lies. Because you backdoored the ancient ancestors. You know, you backdoored them. You was in our schools. You was in our temples. We showed you. How you think Rome was built? You came to us. We showed you how to build civilization, mathematics, teaching. You know, we showed you how to exist. Yes, we showed you. And we didn't have no hatred and no jealousy in our heart, and we still don't. And you know, we forgive our oppressors. Yes, we had a defense. We always had a defense. And we always have fought. And then when this mindset came about, it was crazy. So the ancestors gave sanctuary to a lot of people, and the ancestors gave the go ahead, like, listen, your guys can write because you gotta pass it on to the descendants after us. So I want to keep it nice and short and keep it respectful. And this is part two on why did the natives didn't have a language and why they didn't speak, and it was forbidden. It was a forbidden rule and regulation. It was forbidden. Only those that had actual a really connection. We all did a really connection with the Creator was allowed to um, speak, but he would give the okay to speak. You know, everybody wasn't given that speak. And when you would speak, everybody quiet. It ain't like today when everybody's talking and spreading nonsense and spreading hatred and spreading jealousy and spreading evil. This is why a lot of evil had existed because the speaking in the mouth, you know, the talking instead of telepathically talking to each other and using telekinesis. You know, this is all facts, brother. This is all facts. This is all facts. And whoever gonna research, your research is gonna stop right there. The research is gonna stop right there. You already know you got a knowledge about everything was built on top of us. Yeah, you know that. But you don't know that we have pyramids all around America before it was called America. Okay? This was the center, this was the center of education, science, this was the center of everything. This was the center of telepathically speaking with one another. This is facts. This is facts, brother. You know, so I'm just gonna give my take on this. I'm gonna give my understanding on this, and I'm gonna give my knowledge. Please like, share, subscribe, comment to the dopest channel on YouTube. To the dopest channel on YouTube. Out right now. You know, been there, done that. Been there, done that. Been there, done that. Right. I'm giving you knowledge and wisdom. Right? And understanding. Do a spiritual I. Right? Murder, death, kill. Live this life, leave the life, ain't no thing. Let's give it back to the co-creators of this. Let's give it back to the co-creators of this that co-created this lies and deception, basically to get your organs at the end of the day. You know, we are the right descendants from the ancient ancestors. And everybody came over here to gain the knowledge. And this is where the first pyramids are, right here. We're not Egyptian. We're not Egyptian. Okay? And I'm telling you the truth. This is facts, brother. This ain't no joke and this ain't no game, man. You know? So this is what it is, man. I'm a native of the land, citizen of the land, and I'm a direct descendant of the ancient ancestors that been here way before Christ. That's right. We are. And we've been here for a very long time. We've been here. We traded. We taught everybody. We taught the Egyptians. We taught the Mexicans. We taught any and everybody language because we foreseen that all this crisis was going to happen. So then now it was sentient that we can write, and then we wrote on the the pyramids. This is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that taught man the use of pen, taught man what he knew not. This is facts, brother. This is in the Quran. This is part 2. I'm going to do part 3. Peace, y'all. Later. Please like, share, comment, subscribe to the dopest channel out right now on YouTube. Peace.